right there. All right, so the show is tomorrow, people. You're Robbie Amell. I think we know your cousin. Yes.
Amell.
Not a bad family to be in.
We're taking over the CW.
So.
We've got Wednesday nights on lock, and we're gonna fly our sisters out and see if they can take over Mondays or Tuesdays or something.
Well, it's great that they paired the shows because they seem like they'd be a really good fit.
That was that was what I was hoping for the second we went to pilot, and I couldn't be happier.
Okay.
It was best case scenario.
Now, I read the scripts. I know it's kick-ass, but tell me about your character and about the concept of the show.
Sure. My character is Stephen Jameson. He used to be a pretty normal kid, friends, went to school, and the last couple of years have been pretty hard on him, pretty rough. He's taken a lot of drugs, a lot of medication to try and balance himself out.
Okay.
He doesn't really know what's wrong with him, but he thinks he's following in his dad's footsteps. His dad checked him. What he knows of his dad, he checked himself into an insane asylum and left the family. So the Tomorrow people bring him in, try and tell him what's going on. Like any normal person, he doesn't believe them. By the end of the episode, he's kind of grown into his own. He's embracing the powers, and he's got a big decision to make. The group that hunts down the Tomorrow people is called Ultra, and it's led by Mark Pellegrino, who plays Jedediah, who's also Stephen's uncle. So, do you go with family or do you go with the people you've grown close to over the episode?
Wow. Okay. What would you say is the balance between some of the more action-y elements and just character and emotion? Is it a balance kind of that way?
Absolutely. I mean, you've got this troubled character who's going through things that a lot of kids are going through these days. I mean, the amount of prescription drugs out there is way more than it used to. I mean, every freaking kid is on Adderall. So you've got some real life problems of somebody going through that, but you've got this nice fantasy element of, there is nothing wrong with them. It's superpowers. It's what every kid dreams of. If you ever have a problem and it turns out to be superpowers, that's like the ultimate. That's the best. That's the absolute best. And I'm sure that doesn't go away, because when I was a kid, I wanted superpowers. I still want superpowers.
Yeah.
I'll forever want superpowers. But the visual effects of the superpowers look fantastic. In the last decade, visual effects have come so far that they're ready for a show like this. There's teleporting. We stop time in this episode.
Nice.
The telekinesis looks fantastic. It's something I'm really excited for.
Okay. Now, did Stephen warn you about taking your shirt off and having to be in certain kind of shape?
Yes, I've already had my shirt off twice in the pilot.
Okay.
I actually shed a little bit of weight for the role because I'm supposed to be a kid who gets kind of beaten up at school, and I didn't want to be the jacked guy who gets beaten up in high school. It just doesn't make much sense. So now that the show's been picked up, I'm sure I'll have to get back in the gym, and throughout the season there will be some sort of arc that puts me into good shape. I mean, it is the CW.